Okay, y'all. If you want a delicious, delicious breakfast, snack, brunch, lunch, make these. These are my Pacos, my apple pies, my little hand apple pies, my ham and cheese. I show you how to make all of this on my video. So y'all stay tuned and I'll show you how to make these out of tortilla shells.
Bum, bum, bum. Here I come, Grandma Rose. What are you inventing today?
Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and today, I am experimenting, and I thought I would just let y'all experiment with me. If it works, you'll see this video. If it doesn't, you'll never see this video. So, this is sausage, peppers, and onions that I'm cooking together. Now, this is kind of what we're going to be doing. You see this? This is a little fried apple pie. I grew up calling them tarts. Mama said, well, I'm making tarts today. Y'all want apple? We said, oh yeah, apple tarts. So this is what we call a tart. Today people call tarts, they make them in this big round, thing. It's got little fluted edges on it. But to me, in Cary, Georgia, this is a tart right here. I'm going to be trying several different kinds. This one is apple, and I cooked some apples yesterday, and I've got them right there. I'm cooking sausage, peppers, and onions over here in this frying pan. And I've got some eggs. I beat them up, and I'm going to put them in here, and I'm also going to put some cheese. Now,
This is all low carb, isn't it?
low carb. You can come right here, honey.
This is a no carb
This is and what I'm
piece
trying
of
it
bread.
with, and I've cooked 3. We ate 2 of them. They were a little brown because I had my grease a little hot, but when it cooled off, then this is the way my 3rd one turned out.
A
It's got a
beautiful
little
tart.
crack in it right there, but that's okay. When you make apple tarts by hand with your dough, you're going to have some crack. Now, I am using, it is 0 carb little tortilla shells here. I'm going to show you the package in a second. They're small, and I don't know that you can get 0 carb. Let me set this off for a minute. I don't know that you can get 0 carb in the bigger ones. These are Carb Counter. They are by Dorito. I'll just show you the thing. It says Carb Counter on it. It has 5 carbs, but then it has 5 dietary fat fiber, which makes it 0 carbs.
Was that
right
Walmart
here.
or Aldi's?
I got these at Walmart.
Okay.
Now that's what I'm going to be using today. Another day, I'm going to try. Now these are not gluten free, so if you're gluten intolerant, you can't use these. But another day, and I've been thinking about it in my head, I'm going to try doing some with just from scratch with gluten-free flour. But today, I wanted to try these. Now, I've got these little things right here. There are 3 different sizes, and I'll be using the green one. I tried using the small one, but it's too small. So the green one is just perfect for this size.
Just tart presses. Is that what those are?
Yeah, little hand pie makers. Yeah.
I said tart presses.
Yeah, tart pressers. Yeah. You see that? It's perfect. It's a little bit too big for this one and too small for that one. So now I ordered these off of Amazon a year ago, and I've never used them. Because if I make an apple tart, usually with just regular wheat flour, I just make my own dough. But we're going to be using this one today.
And you're not limiting what you want to do to
no.
just sweet tarts. You're talking about
all
kinds of tarts.
I'm going to be doing some. I've got some ham in the refrigerator, so I chopped up a little bit of ham, and I'm going to put cheese in it. I'm going to do 1 ham and cheese. I'm going to do several with my apple, and I'm going to do several with my sausage and egg. When Roy was working on base back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, we bought a house, a beautiful brick home, and we were poor. We didn't have any money, and the guy was asking for a $5,000 down payment. Well, we didn't have $1,000. We sure didn't have $5,000. So what he told us, he said, over a 5-year period, y'all can, am I right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can pay us, you can pay me $1,000 a year, and after 5 years, that down payment will be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was on top of the house payment, but we knew we could make that. So what I did, I said, now how in the world, because I didn't work, Roy was working, how in the world can we make an extra $1,000 a year? So I said, Roy and I got our heads together.
That's dangerous.
I got up every morning at 4 o'clock. Roy had to leave at 6:30 to catch the bus to go to the base. I got up every morning at 4 o'clock. I made sausage and biscuit, ham and biscuit. I made sausage egg biscuit, and I made my biscuit from scratch. I made what I came up with was I called it a Paco, and that was the most popular thing that we had, that we sold, was a Paco. And I made my own dough because I made it out of wheat flour. I rolled it out, and I made it. It was big. It was as big as the orange one. It was a really big one. And the reason I called it a Paco is because it had sausage, egg, cheese, onions, and a little taco seasoning in it. And I put it in a pouch like this. So instead of a pocket, in a little pocket like this. So I called it a Paco. That was a pocket and a taco. So, and that was the most popular thing. Roy had this big leather bag. We packed that thing about 5:30. We had 4 children. We'd wake them up. We formed an assembly line. I had everything cooked. And one child would open the biscuit. The next one would put the sausage, egg, whatever in it. The next one would wrap it up. And we would put it all over on the counter. And then just before he left, we would pack all of this food in that big carrier he had. He would take it to work with him. And by 10 o'clock, he'd be sold out. Once people learned that he was coming, they were standing waiting for him when he got there. And I'd have people meet me on the street in Cochran, and they'd say, oh, Rose, that is the best, especially the Paco. That's the one they really loved. And so years after I quit doing it, people would still say, why isn't Roy bringing that food to the base? But anyway, that's my little story on that. So
this morning, I said, have you ever thought about teaching your audience how to make Pacos? And so she started looking at this, and one day she's going to actually make the Paco the actual Paco that she made back there.
I am, and I even won $1,000 with it
at the
fair one year because I made it in a bigger scale, but I won first place with it. So it's pretty good.
Oh, if you did it, you're not bragging, darling. That's what they say.
But this morning I'm doing it the easy way because these are 0 carb right here, and I just wanted to do something that I could eat for breakfast that was had very few carbs in it. The sausage doesn't have carbs. The peppers and onions have a few. The eggs don't. So this is going to be the sausage and egg one, and the cheese doesn't. It's going to be low carb.
Extremely low carb load.
Right. Mm-hmm. So now that you know what I am about to do, I'm going to put my eggs in here. I'm going to get out my taco seasoning. And I'm going to get everything set up here so I can get my oil on so I can start making these for y'all. Be back in a minute. Okay, y'all. Some of these are a little, just a teeny bit smaller than others. So what I do, I just take my fingers, or I'm going to take my fingers and just kind of stretch it out a little bit, because you want it to go all the way around. See that crimping? You want it to go all the way around.
So it'll crimp.
So it'll crimp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to start out with one of my, what I call Pacos.
Okay.
Now this has got peppers, onions, sausage, eggs, and pepper jack cheese. Now this is a teaspoon, so I'm going to put like...
And it's delicious. We tasted of it.
And I've got taco seasoning in here. Now, if you put too much, when you try to crimp it, the back of it is going to break. It's going to pop. I made that mistake. So I'm having to learn just how much to put in here. Now I'm going to take, I've got an egg right here that I have beat, and I'm going around the sides with my beaten egg, and this is just, I'm hoping, is going to help hold it together. Well, it did earlier. So you just pull this up and you crimp it really, really hard. But if you put too much, it's going to pop open right there. All right. I just crimp it really good all the way around several times.
For breakfast, brunches.
And that's the way it comes out right there.
Breakfast, brunches, or lunches.
Right there. Okay.
And you can make these ahead. You can put them in the car in a bag when you're on a trip.
All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stretch it just a tad. Now, I'm going to do another one with my sausage mixture. My grease is on back here getting hot. Now, just a good, in this size, just a good teaspoon. A little over, about a teaspoon and a half. And believe me, it's plenty of mixture once you get it folded and cooked. It's plenty of mixture in it. That's probably more like a tablespoon, though.
This no-carb bread doesn't press together like fresh dough. That's the reason she's using
it doesn't.
the
That's
egg.
the reason it's the reason I'm using this. You cannot take a fork and crimp it and have it stick together.
Like you can fresh dough.
This, like you can fresh dough. This really crimps it together and makes it kind of seal. That's the reason I'm using this. Okay. And I just go around it several times. Okay. There you go.
That's doing real well. And
all right.
Pretty too.
Okay. I'm going to put this one right there. Now, I'm going to do a ham and cheese one. And I've got salsa out here. You can put salsa in this mixture, but I think it would be a little wet. So you can, as you're eating it, you can just put salsa on it. I would suggest you do it that way. It would be better. Now, if you want to use a bigger one and you're not counting your carbs, just get the bigger ones of these. They sell some about this big that would work perfectly in the bigger one, and you would have a bigger pouch.
Now, all right. Sun-dried tomatoes would work in that.
Sun-dried tomatoes would be wonderful.
That would give you a little tomato flavor. That would be delicious.
Yes. All right. I'm putting cheese. I'm doing a ham and cheese one. All right. And this is pepper jack cheese. Okay. Put your egg around it like this. All right. Now, I'm hoping I didn't get too much in there. Crimp it really good. Seal it really, really well. Okay. That's my ham and cheese one. Now, I'm going to do an apple one for y'all. Okay. All right. Be very careful with them. All right. This one was a little odd shaped. Now, I'm going to do my apple. Now, this is sugar-free apple that I made yesterday. Okay. I'm going to put my egg around it like this. You can use chicken, whatever kind you want to make. And this one, it just doesn't look like it may crimp right because it's...
Make a batch of each, throw them in a each batch in a separate bag.
Yeah.
The kids would get up in the
Put
morning.
them in the freezer.
They grab them 2 of these and take off.
Throw them in the air fryer, and I see one coming apart over there. I got to recrimp it. Okay. The one with the ham and cheese. I thought I had a little bit too much. See it right there? It's already coming apart. So I'm going to recrimp it. All right. Okay. Maybe I think I got it that time. Okay. Now I'm going to bring these over here. Honey, you come right here. I'm going to try my grease. I'm hoping it didn't get too hot. Now, you can do these in the oven if you want to. I think you could even do them in the air fryer. But I'm going, no, my grease isn't think. It's not too hot. All right, I'm going to fry these 4. Now, it doesn't take but a minute to fry them because, you know, these little shells are already done. This one did not. It came back open, but that's all right because it's the ham and cheese and the filling is not going to come out of it. Okay.
Well, some come open when you're making tarts.
Well, sure
anyway.
they do. Sure they do.
But this bread is really not raw in the sense that dough is.
No. So, it's already cooked because a lot of people just take it just like this. Put that Roy does. Put his filling in it. Close it up and eat it. Now, I like mine, like I say, cooked for just a minute or 2 in a dry skillet on the stove.
I use this bread for hot dogs, hamburgers, ham sandwiches at the table. I just like you would a hot dog bun.
We use it for lots and lots of things.
It's just free bread, no carbs.
Okay, I got my paper towel here that I'm going to drain them on.
And by the way, if you're feeding a family and everybody else is not watching their food like you do, you keep your pack of this, and when people are eating sandwiches, you just eat a ham and tomato sandwich with mayonnaise or mayonnaise and mustard is just marvelous in these. It's not bread, but it's good.
Okay. I'm turning them so they don't get too brown. Because if y'all have ever fried tortilla shells like this, they will get really brown.
Oh, another thing I use these no carb bread slices for is
tortilla shells.
Peanut butter sandwiches. I'll make see, we can have peanut, but we're low carb load. So if you're on a strict keto, you wouldn't, but we're low carb load. And at night, I want a peanut butter sandwich. I just put peanut butter in the middle of this and eat it.
Okay, it's about to get ready. It doesn't take long to cook them at all.
Boy, that's pretty rough.
Isn't that pretty?
That's pretty.
I'm excited about this because I love tarts.
Now, if it's just good when we taste of it, it'll be everything because it's pretty.
It will be delicious. Okay, you can go back around over there, honey, because I'm coming over here. All right. Now, I want you to look at this. No, come up close. Yeah. I want to show them. See that?
Those edges are just great.
This one came open a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah. If I was making it the regular old-timey way,
some of them would do the same.
Some of them would do the same thing. Now, y'all,
whoa,
these are hot, hot, hot. But I'm going to show you what they look like on the inside. I'm going to keep frying some. But I just wanted to show y'all how you could take tortilla shell, another way you can take tortilla shells and make something delicious. And these are the 0 carb ones. Not gluten-free, but 0 carb. All right, y'all, which one do I want?
Well, you got to cool.
I know I got to let them
You
cool.
got a cool one over there in the apple.
Oh, yeah. I made this one earlier. I'm going to taste this one for you. Okay. I'm going to break it open. Look there. Looks just like an apple tart or an apple hand pie or a fried apple pie. Ever what you want to call it. We call it tart.
I guess that's because most fruits are a little tart. Apples don't happen to be.
I don't know why they call them that. It tastes just like a regular apple tart, apple pie. I had one for breakfast, so I know it's already good. I want to show you what these others look like on the inside, though. I'm going to cut this one open. Look at that.
That's your sausage and it. That's your Paco mix.
Yep. I'm not going to do the apple one because I just did an apple. I think this is the ham and cheese one. It is. They're crisp.
Ham and cheese.
Delicious. And you saw the apple one, or one of these is apple, one is the sausage. Ham and cheese, and the sausage, the Paco.
If you want to kick it up some, just add a couple of sun-dried tomatoes in there.
Yep. And for your sausage and egg, you can use salsa with it. Sure. So I just wanted to show y'all how my experiment this morning. Because this is really, I've been thinking about trying to do this for a while now, but I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do it. So I said, you know what? I've got to try it anyway. Why don't I just let them watch me try it and see how it works?
Well, and again, those who are trying to stay keto or close to keto, you know, if you've got these in the freezer as you start out to work in the morning, or, you know, you grab 3 of these, throw them in a bag, and you've got your lunch, and you don't have to worry about what can I eat that's low carb today.
And you pretty much have to have these to make these, because you cannot take a fork and
hold them together
and hold them together. You cannot. I've tried it, and I've even tried wetting my fork trying to, because they're too dense. The crimper thing here is all I have found that will hold them together. So thank y'all for joining me this morning in my little experiment. And let me tell you something, these are delicious.
Those are good.
Just throw these in a freezer bag, take them out, put them in the air fryer, put them in the oven. I think you could even put one of these in the toaster and heat it up. So food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul.
And where are your recipes?
In the description box, right under the name of my dish here is my description box, and it'll have my recipe in it. So thank y'all for joining me. Thank you, Roy, for being behind the camera and your input this morning. And I love y'all, and I'll see you next time. I'm just going to keep frying because I have to take a picture for my thumbnail. So I'm just going to keep frying back here. But I wanted y'all to see how you could have deliciousness low carb. See y'all next time.